Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of 1923 Main Street.
Home of the Disney Travel Podcast with the latest Disney travel news. We are your hosts.
I am Mike Bello Braddock.
And I'm Amelia Bello Braddock. And today, Disney World pool closures, early entry at Disneyland, and more Halloween party thoughts.
It's time that we ask the question that has been gaining a lot of steam over the years, and there's reasons why I think now may be the time. And the question is, and I want to hear your thoughts on this, is it time for Disney to hold a very scary Halloween party?
No.
No? You don't want a very scary Halloween party?
I don't think it's time for Disney to have a very scary Halloween party.
I do think it's time, and here's why. So first of all, we've discussed some of these things in the past. We talked about way back, I think, in episode 38. Ooh, this is 138. So 100 episodes ago. Wow, that's a long time. We talked about our view for a fifth gate, a fifth park, and we'd love to see a villains park, or at least a park that had a villains area in it, which would be a great spot to hold a scarier Halloween party. A truly one for adults or those who love to be scared.
Now, do you mean in addition or
yes,
cut
I would
Mickey's
like
not
to.
so scary?
Very good question, and I would like to say in addition.
Okay.
I am not
That's
saying.
a key word.
Yes, thank you for that question, Amelia. I'm asking. I'm not suggesting we take away Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. Love the Halloween party. It's a lot of fun. Suits Magic Kingdom Park. This party would not take place in Magic Kingdom Park, for starters. So, we don't have a fifth gate right now, but there would be a home for it permanently if there was a villain's lair somewhere. But without that, I think Hollywood Studios, because that's where they held Club Villain.
Yeah.
We have the Tower of Terror. We can make other areas spooky there, even if it's in a area that's partially closed off.
Ooh, you could do something with where the Cars area, like the extra area that used to be Club Villain and now they did Mater's.
Yes.
Car, whatever that is now.
Yes, they could start it as a smaller area like that. And it's right beside, well, it's actually beside Rockin', but it's near Tower of Terror, which you can see from there. But there are a lot of adults and people who just want to be scared, right? And we've got Universal Halloween Horror Nights and local theme parks all have scarier ones. Disney now has, look, we've got Deadpool. We've got mature programs appearing on Disney Plus.
And Star.
And Star in the non-U.S. countries.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's on Hulu or other things in the U.S. But still, is it not time for this? You don't think so? Or would you like to? So now that you know that I'm not saying we take away the not-so-scary Halloween party.
I think it depends on what you mean by really scary. Because there's Mickey's Not So Scary, which is obviously not so scary. And then there's Halloween Haunt at like Six Flags, whatever, those kind of parks. And then there's like Deadpool horror movie.
Well, Universal is very scary, and so is Canada's Wonderland, our local park. Very scary, right? People get really scared, but they want to get scared.
Do they?
Yes, they do. So you wouldn't want to go, it sounds like.
Well, I would want to go. I think you have to remember there are going to be like 10, 11-year-olds that are like, I'm ready to get scared. Are they ready to get scared?
Well, that's the same as it is now with any of these other places, right?
That's true.
You could put an age limit on it if you wanted. There's different ways you can do it. I can't believe that in the boardrooms of Walt Disney Company, they are not at least discussing the possibility.
Oh, I can.
You don't think they are?
I do not think they are.
I do. I think
They possibly should be, but I don't think they are.
I think that there's a lot of people and enough people talking about this, an edgier Halloween party that isn't so safe and nice now that Disney's branched out as a company into that area, much more broad content.
Do they have enough content, though, to back it?
Well, you could make it villains themed. Like you could make Maleficent truly evil. And some of the villain, like Dr. Facilier. Think of Club Villain, right?
Yeah.
The whole vibe of Club Villain. If any of you listening went to Club Villain, my favorite event, hands down, we've ever done.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
It was very, very cool.
Yeah. Now, it was not scary, but it was definitely not Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party.
No.
It was dark. They had those two women dancing, and
They
it was
had
just
drinks.
It was just really edgy, right? It was sort of not happy. It was definitely not a happy party. It was a evil party.
I enjoyed it, and I was like 9.
So there's different ways you could do it, right? You don't have to do just pure scares like they do at Universal. You could make it more villainy, more edgy, and just more like, ooh, this is dark and creepy, right? And not necessarily scare the pants off of everyone. Or you can have that in one section.
Yeah.
I just think Mickey's Not So Scary is, of course, it's meant to be light, easygoing, trick-or-treating for the kids. It's sort of happy, fun Halloween. Where's the scary, truly
Maleficent's
scary?
malicious Hollywood horrors. No,
Yeah.
that's far too wordy. Never mind.
Yeah, but that type of thing, right? Maleficent's very scary Halloween party.
No, they're not.
Not even party. Maleficent's very scary Halloween event. Something like that. This is not a
Hollywood
party.
Halloween if you're doing it at Hollywood.
You could do that, a Hollywood Halloween. I mean, I'd love to tie in. So I do like the idea of leveraging Hollywood studios if we want to do something like this and we don't have a villains area.
Hollywood does make the most sense as of now
Yeah.
in regards, because you're not really going to do it at Epcot and Animal Kingdom, the animals.
The villains need a place to call home that's truly scary. And
You just want the fifth park, and you're trying to give Disney more of a reason to do so.
then without it, bring back a Halloween version of Club Villain. I like your idea, at least as a start. Test it out, right? Why don't you test out the concept? See if guests like me. Am I alone? I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so. I think people would love to see an edgy, darker, still Disney, but
You might also draw in new guests this way.
exactly.
Like people that are like, I am Mickey's Not So Scared. What am I? No. Like,
Yeah.
but Floridians, ooh. Maybe. Yeah.
The villains, we know that you're loving their villains, and you could pull villains in from Marvel and everywhere else. It doesn't have to be the classic villains from the old animations
Yeah,
that
because
we
I was
all know and
question,
love.
do you have enough? Like, you'd have to find enough characters to back it, because at Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, they have a large variety of things they can do, whereas you would have to make sure that they have enough very scary characters to back a party so it doesn't feel lacking.
No, I think they do. There's time. If you really think about it, all the villains have a dark side. You can imagine Maleficent as truly evil, or any of them.
Not since they made the Maleficent films, I can't.
Well, you can, because she's still, when she gets mad, she's evil, right? So
Yeah.
you can still imagine it that way, or the Queen of Hearts, or Dr. Facilier. I loved how he was represented there, right? It was
Yeah.
just edgy. So
Although I do feel that Descendants has really ruined that for me.
it doesn't have to be blood and gore.
Yeah,
It
but
just
no.
has to be a little bit sort of, ooh, what's going to happen next, right? It's a different feeling than
All I have in
Mickey's.
my head is Maleficent going, "Don't you want to be evil like me?" I'm not going to sing it because
Yeah.
copyright, but like her little dance, and
Well, think of Angelina Jolie in the movie Maleficent.
that's a better
Yeah,
comparison.
that's a better one. It would
Not
be
the
that version.
Descendants
I mean, we have
Disney
lots of
musical
different
number.
versions of every character, but
That's true.
if you go back to the true classics, that's what should be at these
Yeah.
parties.
But what they need to make sure that the actors and the costuming show that side of them, so that that's what you're thinking
Which
of at
they
the
did.
moment.
Remember Maleficent
did.
at Club Villain?
She was very good
They
at
were
Club
all
Villain,
very good. They had 4 villains there,
but I think it's
4 thrones, right? They could
Yeah.
really expand on Club
but
Villain.
it's important how you present them at the Halloween party.
Yes,
because it's a very delicate thing.
Yeah, just like the cast members at Haunted Mansion or Tower of Terror, right? They're very much in character, the best ones of sort of creepy, spooky.
I think they should do a Halloween Tower of Terror.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean,
change
you
it somehow.
could do all this stuff as part of this event. So come on, Disney. I'm going to do a poll this week. Let us know what you think. Would you be interested in an edgier? I'm not talking blood and gore, cheap sort of blood and gore. I'm talking about spooky, creepy, villainous vibe to this whole thing, because it's Disney after all. It's got to be tied to Disney, but Disney does have a sort of villainous side to it, and let's play that up. If not at Halloween, then when, right? It's the perfect time. So let us know what you think. Would you be interested in a very scary Halloween event? Or very creepy? Or very evil? Something like that.
Something different.
Something different. And of course, obviously, we would go to both of them. It's not like I would choose one or the other.
You know how many Disney YouTube channels of vloggers would be like comparing the Disney Halloween parties?
Yeah.
Disney, do you know how many people would buy tickets to both?
And I think there's a nice niche in between Halloween Horror Nights at Universal and Mickey's Not So Scary. If you're not trying to be, don't try to be Halloween Horror Nights. Be your own Disney thing. That's why I think of villains club villain sort of evil, edgy vibe is a better way to go. And it's a little bit scarier, a little bit spookier. And I think it'd be a lot of fun. All right, so we're going to reach out, let us know what you think. Would you be interested in something like that? Or do you think, no way, keep it out of my Disney?
I think it would be interesting. I also think you need to include more actors in it. There's not too many like live performances that make it not so scary.
Definitely.
Like,
Please do not just take Mickey's and make it and try to turn it into this. This is something different.
No, and you need I feel like if you were doing it, especially, you should add like live actors on Tower of Terror.
Yeah, I'm agreeing.
In the scene. Like, when they have the glitch thing, get live actors. I think it'd be really fun to try to cast a child.
I'll go you one better.
What?
They should have live actors in the car with you.
Yes.
They can play. You know how they do sort of single riders? They could be pulling people in. That person's an actor. They're in your elevator car with you.
I think it would actually be so funny to try to cast a child in this edgy villain.
Yeah. And now you've gone to yet another dimension. Yeah, have her really screaming. So listen, Disney, as always, we're giving you lots of great ideas here. We want to see edgy, villainous Halloween party. And we're going to see if our listeners want the same or if we're out to lunch. I don't know. I would go. All right, let's move on now to the other news stories, some lighter stuff this week. We did talk a few episodes ago about Disneyland getting some things Disney World used to have. Some we do. So their early entry and package delivery, hey, they're now available at Disneyland.
Yes. Now, package delivery is only available if you purchase something at a Disney park, and then it can be delivered to your hotel room. It's not like, ooh, look at this lovely thing off Amazon and ship. No.
Correct. I think Disney, probably Downtown Disney as well.
Yes. Disney
and
parks,
they're getting, they don't really have, this is for people staying at one of the 3 hotels on site, of course,
yes.
And they get early entry as we do at Walt Disney World. And finally,
Disney World pool closure update.
Yeah, more pool closures. This one's not so bad.
Yes, this one will begin on,
It's on right now, yeah.
It just began this Sunday, and this is at the Ranchos Leisure Pool in Coronado Springs Resort, and it is closed just for a routine refurbishment, and it's expected to open in late September.
Yeah, so if you're going over the next little while, bear in mind that
or if you're there right now,
be closed.
Sorry.
And during the refurb, the Dig Site feature pool and the Casitas and Cabanas leisure pools will be open. So I don't think this is
pools.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to have a huge impact, but just bear in mind you're down one pool if you're heading there at this time.
But what if that's your favorite pool?
Well, then.
And what if you're 5?
You're going to have to suck it up, Buttercup.
Oh.
All right, everyone.
Great advice. Thank you.
Yes, well, I'm full of great advice. I am a parent, All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. And have a very villainous week. We are here at Walt Disney World right now, about to attend Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party, which we will enjoy, but I'm going to be looking around with the evil eye about...
Here's my question. Does Vilified have candy?
I don't know. That's a good question. I would not see it as a trick-or-treating type party, but imagine the treats and snacks you can have there. Yeah. And some special cocktails.
So not like Skittles, M&Ms, whatever, but more like
the kind of treats we pay for that we talked about last episode. And also
marked up treats, of course.
Because it's Hollywood Studios, I know they try to keep roaming around with drinks not happening at Magic Kingdom, but everywhere else, Animal Kingdom, Hollywood, and Epcot, they all do it. I mean, I guess you could do this at Epcot, but it's spookier at Hollywood.
Do Hollywood.
Then we could have, cocktails and mocktail versions, right?
Yeah.
That type of thing that are, even drinking. Ooh, that's a bit darker. All this.
Oh, drinking.
But
wow.
all this stuff is sort of fun, right? For a villains-inspired, edgy
You're going to have
Halloween
to watch
event.
the underage drinking if you need to, differentiate mocktails and cocktails.
Well, they do it now, so I'm sure they can do it. Just like at Pandora, you can get the boba with rum and the boba without rum.
I'm just saying that is something they need to watch.
This would not be a first-time experience for them.
That's a good
All right,
point.
everyone.
Disney knows. What am I saying?
Thanks for listening. Greetings from Walt Disney World Resort in Florida. Thank you for listening. As always, we'll love to hear your opinion on this. Let's get a little poll going. And we will see you again next week. Have a very magical, spooky Halloween season day.
Bye-bye.